Hola, this video is all about the word say, which we're going to be using this word to say like someone, some unknown person, or to use passive voice. We've already learned the word say with an accent. That means I know, or the yo form of saber, for knowing information, but this say is going to be a different one because it does not have an accent. This rule about using someone, unknown person, will make more sense with some examples. So for instance, I have se habla español, Spanish is spoken, someone, we don't know who, speaks Spanish. No se permite fumar ni usar los cigarrillos electrónicos. It is not permitted to smoke nor use electronic cigarettes. We don't know who cannot smoke. It's just like anyone. So since it's just anyone out there, we're going to use say. Another way you can think about this is saying smoking does not permit itself. So we've learned the word say with like to shower yourself, to bathe oneself, to comb your own hair, to brush your own teeth, to wake yourself up, to make yourself fall asleep. And it could be the same thing here where smoking does not permit itself, or smoking permits itself. Side note, you should not use electronic cigarettes because they'll burn the lining of your lungs and those skin cells can never come back, which is just as bad or if not worse than smoking. Here we have no se aceptan cheques. Checks are not accepted, or checks don't accept themselves, or whoever does not accept checks. Se aceptan tarjetas de crédito. Credit cards are accepted. Remember, tarjetas de crédito are literally cards of credit. This item is plural because it's tarjetas. First main word ends in S, tarjetas. Since that ends in S, we have to say aceptan instead of acepta because it has to agree with this plural credit card. No se permiten bicicletas y patinetas. Bicycles and skateboards do not permit themselves, or whoever the general audience is not permitted to use bicycles and skateboards. Se busca compañero de piso. Roommate is looking for herself, or whoever is looking for a roommate. ¿Cómo se escribe? This was on a Spanish 1 first vocab list. How do you spell? Literally, it is how does it write itself, or how does someone write? Just general, any person. Se busca poeta. A poet is looking for itself. And se prohíbe usar el teléfono. It is prohibited to use the telephone. But we don't know who is not allowed to, just in general, you cannot. So all of these start off with say. Then we have a verb. And the verb is always either in the LA form for being singular or in the plural form for being ellos. The ellos ones are ones that end with N. For instance, I pointed out on the credit card one, they had to say aceptan instead of acepta because it's tarjetas, multiple credit cards are accepted. If maybe they just said we accept Visa, that would be say acepta Visa because it's one credit card, but since it's multiple, it has to be aceptan, which is plural. Some common words that came up a lot here are prohíbe, prohibits, acepta, accepts, permite, permits, and vende, sells. For vende, think of a vendor or vender, to sell. I put the ends in parentheses to remind you that when things are plural, the verb ends with an N. Time for some examples. 1 accepts money. Money is accepted, so I will start with my say. I'm going to choose acepta rather than aceptan here because money, dinero, is singular, does not end with S. For selling soda, se vende refresco. Refresco is one thing, so vende is singular. Or you can think of this as soda sells itself, with that say being the itself part. 1 prohibits dogs. Dogs are prohibited. Se prohíben los perros. And no, I put prohíben with an N on the end because the word perros is plural as well. So from this video, you ought to remember that say is for when we have an unknown audience, just general, anyone, or I want to use passive voice and say something like checks are accepted. Adios.